Friends, good evening. My name is Murali, and today I will be talking about the current situation, the coronavirus crisis, which is, in a trend that it is being called as Chinese virus. Even the United States President, Mr. Trump, is also calling it as a China virus and justifying it. It is coming from China and everybody knows it. Why do you want to call it, COVID-19 or coronavirus? He asked, journalists. Nobody had a question. Nobody had an answer to that. So, the reason for me to, talk to you guys through my newly made Republican YouTube channel. The objective is to reach out to more people and share the thoughts which will be in the benefit of the larger population or larger societies. And initially we would start with Pan India, and later we would reach out to the whole world. That's the agenda behind it. And I have experience working for online news portals, not as a journalist or a article writer, but I did work and maintained a team which collects news and writes content, blogs, and we have done for a certain amount of pre-poll predictions and post-poll predictions. Too well known, we've given our content to it, and it was 89 to 95% accuracy. And we are proud of it. That's the reason behind why we have started this channel, and I welcome everybody who wants to share your thoughts or give your guidance. We always welcome. And the one thing that I would like to talk, and I know everybody is talking about it, and we have no special identity, but still we have certain points to make which are definitely unique, and which makes sense following it up. So one thing is, now since the March 24, Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, announced the complete lockdown after testing for a day as a Janata curfew on Sunday. And this is being quite good. In fact, Bangalore's the Bangalore's Commissioner of Police was quoting it as 98% success. 98% of people are staying back and respecting it and following it up, maintaining the social distance, and they understand, especially in Bangalore. But this 2%, I believe that they are small houses, and people are staying in slums, which is a tight space. Even if they stay inside, it is 4 to 5 people living in a 10 by 10 shelter, which is impossible for them to stay back, especially in this hot summer, I believe. Because I've seen, in the news channels, I get to see this. The people are going out from such families or such group of people. So they're completing it. So this is from a Commissioner of Bangalore, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, said that 98% is success. All right. In this case, people are sitting inside and blogging it, or tweeting, or counter commenting to the journalists who are doing the real job. They are the ones who are giving us the real-time news or the updates, what is happening across the globe. And it is a super spread. That is, super spreader is one of the markers, the religious community, which even before March 8th, they knew that this is going to be a lockdown. We have to respect social distancing. They still, they still stayed back in the masks, and this is a real issue. So people are commenting, and I have no issues with this. There is a government, there is people to take care of it, and they are the accountable people. As a citizen, the responsible citizen with the social concern, I have a point to make. See, when you really know things, you talk about it. Otherwise, let's keep quiet. I mean, why to make comments? They've told that up to April 24, the 21-day lockdown. Let's wait. Otherwise, we have no choice at all. So rather we sit back at home, wait for the government, let this 21-day period complete, and then talk about it, whether this really worked or not. And there are assumptions that internationally well-known, certified epidemiologists are, assuming that it is going to be more than 3 million or 4 million, cases testing positive down the line, 2 months, 3 months. So that's an assumption. That's an assumption made under the impression of the figures that came out internationally. Take it for example, US, China, and South Korea. The reason why they've curbed it is because they had the health tools or whatever required measurements to curb it, but we don't have. That's the real issue. So we do not have. But the government or the intelligence who read the impact of this and the results in China or internationally what is happening, so they did the great job implementing the lockdown for 21 days to see what happens. As far as the figures at this moment, it is in not even hundreds, it is close to 54 or 60 deaths, and the affected or the contracted people or tested positive coronavirus is about thousands. Considering the fact that we are 1.3 billion populated country and our figures are this, after 1 week or 10 days of lockdown, I feel we are really doing good with this. In between this, why to make our own comments? Everybody is trying to become a statistician, somebody who knows everything and trying to make comments. Let's not do this. Instead, I'm not telling it to everybody. I'm talking about the people who are coming online and the responsible people. I'm talking about the responsible people, including certain national channels. Maybe in the future, once I get real figures and study them, when I have real figures in front of me, once I get my the real